Live on the Joint TV show, the serious business roll we're here, you know what I'm saying? Third Black World Festival on the Joint TV show with my man all the way from New York City back to Senegal the second time, right?
Second time.
Word up, Supernatural. What's good, boss?
What's good, my brother? Just glad to be here back home in Africa again with all my brothers and sisters. Every time I come here, it's always a beautiful experience. So just glad to be here.
So no doubt. So how you feeling being here for the Third Black World Festival organized in Senegal right now? So and how does it affect you to be here?
Well, it affects me in a couple of ways. I mean, it affects me because it's the third time that you guys have done this and my first time doing it. And to be able to come out here and see so many people come out and support the music and support something that takes place in their own part of the world is a beautiful thing. And then not only is it one kind of music, it's every kind of music. It's African music, jazz music, hip hop, reggae. You know, it's a mixture of everything that makes up the world. So calling it the World Black Arts Festival was the best thing you could do because it's music from every part of the continent, from all the continents as well as the United States, you know. So to be a part of this and to see that it's still going on its third year, I hope one year I'll be on the 20th anniversary of this festival, and let's hope and pray that it continues to grow and be big.
No doubt. So I'm gonna go a little deep on the music side right now. Can you just bring it back to where it all started though? Cause you like everybody saying that Supernatural is the king of the freestyle, the god of the freestyle. He been all over the world battling any type of MCs. So bring it back to where it all started though, cause people want to know.
Well, if I had to bring it back from where it all started, I would
Nah,
have
just keep it short and simple.
Yeah, I keep it short and simple. It started in Indiana. I grew up in the Midwest and moved to New York when I was like 19 years old to live with my family out there. And basically, I was a MC that rapped behind closed doors. I was always afraid to show my talent and skill when I was younger. But one day, my brother pushed me into a cipher, and I opened up my mouth and started rapping, and I was serving the MC that was in front of me, and from that day on, I knew that this was for me. This is my profession. This is my job. I live for this. I eat this. You know what I mean?
Okay, so tell me about this legendary battle with Craig G from Queens.
Craig G.
Because everybody want to know, because a lot of people been listening to my show, on my radio show on the Joint, but they keep asking me who's this guy. They have an idea, in fact, of Supernatural, who is he and what he been doing, but not Craig G. But this legendary battle, for anybody who knows both of y'all, is real deep. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, well, the whole battle with me and Craig started in like 96. I think it was 96. No, it was 95. And basically, somebody had mentioned that me and him should battle. And from that point, it just kept building and escalating in the street. People kept saying, you know, these guys should battle, these guys should battle. And then I was at the New Music Seminar, and I was a host. I was a presenter at the show, and I came out to do my hosting, and he ran on stage. And it was basically a whole little thing. Like, it was almost like they set it up. But, you know, that particular battle, you know, the world, it was a split. You know, some people say I lost, some people say I won.
Yeah,
but
that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Still, some people thought they thinking you lost that battle.
yeah, but under the circumstances, if after that happened, we battled again. We battled like 3 times after that. He was like my arch enemy for years. But the second time we battled, he got scraped. And the first time, me personally, and I'll say this to this day, a lot of people go, Nat, still copping, please. But if you look at the tape speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? I don't even consider the first battle with me and Craig a real battle. It was a moment. It wasn't a battle. And from that, he considered himself to be the man. But guess what? Supernatural's in Senegal, Dakar, sitting in the interview, and he's at home. So, enough said. You know?
Now said, so technically speaking, how do you describe hip hop today comparing to the golden era? Because a lot of people saying that, you know, when hip hop lost his natural, his value. Looking at the commercial tracks going on, the industry killing this. The internet is killing this. The music industry right now.
Yes. The thing that I say about where hip hop is right now, hip hop is right where it's supposed to be. When you say there's commercial and there's underground music, that's obvious. There's a commercial side to anything in life, and there's an underground side to everything in life. And I think that at the end of the day, it makes up a balance, you know, for everything. I think that for every negative, there's a positive. So when cats put out these cheesy records and these mediocre records, it still leaves space for hip hop to stay alive. The commercial is like it's keeping hip hop is on its back right now. And it has the little thing in its vein. The intravenous is in its vein. So, and that's the commercial. The commercial helps keep the underground alive. It gives us something to be upset about. It gives us something to fight for. But I think that at the end of the day, you have good music and bad music. I don't think there's anything in between. It's good and bad. And this is the dichotomy of life. This is the balance.
All right, that's what it is on Supernatural on the Joint TV show. So real quick though, I just want you to touch on it. How did you came up with your collaboration with Positive Black Soul and Assassin that you did this underground connection with? Cause that joint is butter for real. I love that joint.
The way it happened with PBS is I was invited to a studio session one night. I was at home. My boy called me, said, "Yo, I'm in the studio working. Come keep me company," because my man was an engineer. So I was like, all right. So I went and got the goodies, and I came to the studio. And when I walked in the studio, Dougie T, Y.Dee was standing there. Where they were actually recording, working on their music. So I sat down and I was very humble. I was quiet because when you're in the studio with other artists, you don't want to step on them toes. So I sit down and they start asking me. They knew who I was as soon as I walked in. They were like, "Whoa, Super Nat, oh," and I'm thinking, wow, these guys are from Africa, and they know me. So that made me feel really good. So I just sat down and it did. It made me feel real good because at that point, I had never really met. I knew people from Africa, but did they know who Supernatural was? No, and these guys knew. So I sat down, we started talking, and Y.Dee asked me, he said, "Have you ever been to Africa?" And I was like, "No." And it was something that was so far from my mind. I thought eventually I'd go, but I never thought I'd go doing hip hop music. And they asked me, they said, "You want to come to Africa?"
All right. So my last question is, in one word, what is the most dangerous thing about this music industry? One word.
Money.
Everybody can tell if it's money. You know what I'm saying? Live on the Joint TV show right now, The Serious Business with Supernatural. And this is how we get down. We about to shut it down one more time for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.